Welcome to the channel CSE and IT subjects. Please subscribe the channel. Today's our topic is C program for implementation of the double linked list. Here we are going to see all the operations for of the implementation like create, display, and insertion and deletion. Don't afraid of this much of big program. My sincere suggestion is before going to learn this program, first you have to learn the implementation steps. What create, display, insert, and delete. Uploaded separate videos for all of these topics. Before learning this program, first learn that implementation topic steps. Once you learn the implementation topics, then you can write this program by your own. This program is nothing. I written all those implementation step at one place by using the some syntax of programming language, and I'm implementing this writing this program by using C language. So by using the C language syntax, I written all those implementation steps at one place. So my sincere suggestion is before going to learn this program, first learn the implementation steps. Take one pen and paper and draw one double linked list and write all these implementation steps at once. Sure, I'll tell you, if you once learn the implementation steps, you you can write this program by your own. Okay, now I'm going to explain all the operations of the double linked list in one single program. So what is the first step? I'm going to implement these operations by using the functions. So first, as usual, first steps is definition, including header files. So hash include stdio.h and hash include lib.h. So I'm implementing by using the functions. So prototype declaration for the all functions. Okay, prototype declarations. Okay, how many functions I'm using for creating one, creating and displaying, display from the beginning, display for end, and similarly for in insertion also three possibilities are there: insertion at beginning, insertion at end, and insertion at required position. And deletion also three possibilities: this deletion at beginning, deletion at end, and deletion at position. So write prototype declarations for the all functions, for each and every operation one function. So what is the prototype declaration? This prototype declaration tells the compiler what is the return type of the function, what is the name of the function, and what is the argument list of the function. So if we consider one function create, the return type is void. So there is no return values from the call, called function to the calling function, and name of the function is create and no arguments. So open parenthesis and close the parenthesis semicolon. This is the prototype declaration for the function create. Similarly, write prototype declarations for all the functions. Right. Next, this is a double linked list. Double linked list means three parts are there: one data part and two address parts. So to implement that double linked list, we use structure. So define a structure which consists of one data part and two address parts. This is a self-referential structure. A structure pointer again pointing to the same structure. So define a structure node with data value into data value and two addresses values to the pointers next and previous. So this is one previous and next. So define a structure with one data value and one pointer to the next and one pointer to the previous. Because it is a double linked list, we use two pointers. Suppose if it is single linked list, we have only one pointer, that is next. Okay, now define two more pointers, head and last. Initially assign both head and last to the null values. Okay, these all are the global declarations: prototype declaration and structure defining two pointers to the structure head and last. Initialization of those head and last to the null. Now coming to the main function, uh, first we will display the menu in the main, and by using the switch case, we are writing the functions for all these operations. So while one is used to repeat the menu every time. Okay, main, we declared one variable choice to read the choice in a switch case. Next, while one, print the menu. What is that menu? What are the operations we are going to do in this program? So display that operations. First operation is create, display from the beginning, display from the end, insert at beginning, insert at end, insert at the required position, delete at beginning, delete at end, delete at the required position, and last then the choice is exit. So print this menu and print as enter your choice. That means if you want to create the linked list, you have to enter the choice as 1. If you want to insert the no data ending, you have to enter you have to enter your choice as 5. For that purpose, read choice by using the scanf. So start switch case. If case is 1, what is the operation? Create. So call the function create and break for the case 1. Similarly, in all cases, if it is according to our menu, if it is 2, then we have to call the function display at beginning. If it is 7, we have to call the function delete at beginning. If our choice is 10, we have to exit the program. We have to exit from the program operation. So exit of 0. Like this, write the function calls for all operations by using the switch cases from cases 1 to 10 according to the menu. Last default case, if we enter if we enter any of the number that is not in the range from 1 to 10, it displays as a wrong choice. This is the switch case. So switch first switch closing, while closing, and return 0, and main closing. With this main function over. What we have done in main function? In main, we displayed the menu and we have written a switch case. In switch case, we written the function callings. For each and every operation, one function call. This is about the main function. Now we will see function definitions for the each and every operation. See, first operation is create. What is meant by create? Creation of the linked list. So, what is the first? This is a function definition for the create. What is the first step? Int n comma data. So we declared two variables n comma data, and next it is asking how many number of nodes we want to create. Suppose if we entered the n as 2, you will create 2 nodes. Next, declare one more node as a new node. If n is greater than or equal to 1 only, we have to proceed. If n equal to 0 means if you don't want to create any nodes. If n is greater than or 1, proceed the next. If n equal to 1, that means our first node is head node. So, assign the memory for the head by using the dynamic memory allocation concept. So, what is the next step? If head equal to not null, that means memory is assigned. If head is null means memory is not assigned by using the dynamic memory allocation concept. So, insertion is not possible if head is null. If head is not null means some memory is there for the head node. Next, what we have to do? So, memory is allocated for the head node. In the next step, enter data into the head node and by using the scanf read that data and assign head of data as data. Suppose if we read the number 10 by using the scanf function, place in the data part of the head node as 10. Next, head of previous and head of next as null. Place both at previous and head next part as null. And assign last also to the head only. So if it is the first node, then we call that as head node. If it is the only one node and head and last both are pointing at the same nodes. Next, with this creation of the head node is over. From the next node, now this procedure for creating the node after the head node. Okay, repeat the loop until I less than or equal to 2. From I equal to 2, from second node to required number of nodes, we have to repeat this nodes. Again procedure is same. Assign memory for the new node. If new node is not null, that means some memory is allocated to new node, then enter data into the data value and read the data value by using the scanf. If the data is 20 is placed in the new node, and new node of data equal data, so new node of data equal this data, and new node of next equal to null. This is the new node of next. Place this null in new node next. What we have to do now? We have to in head node next, we have to place the new node address, and in new node previous we have to place the head address, and we have to move the last to here because this is the last node after inserting the head node. For this purpose, see the steps. Now new node of previous equal to last, so place the last node address in the new node previous. So one link happened. Now what is the next step? Last of next equal to new node. So this is the last node. Previously we stored a null value. Now place in the new node address in this last of next. Okay. Now make this new node as last node. Last equal to new node. This is how to insert the second node. Repeat this process until required number of nodes completed. So if you want to insert the next node, repeat the same process like this. This is how to create the head node and the new node. With this is the else part for the if, closing brace for the if, and else for the if. If new node is null, means unable to allocate memory and return from the program. And this is the for loop closing, and this is outer if closing. If outer, what is outer if? If head is null, if head is not equal to null. If head is null, means this is the else part for the outer if. If head is not null, means there is unable to allocate the memory. And this is the closing brace for the if n greater than or equal to 1, and this is the closing for the function. Okay. This is if closing. What if closing? If new node not equal to null, if closing this. And this is the else part for this if, and this is for loop closing, and this is the if head not equal to null closing, and this is if fails, then we have to print as unable to allocate memory. If head is null, means there is no memory. And this is the if closing for n greater than or equal to 1, and this is the function closing. Okay. Next function definition is display from the beginning. This is simple. So if we have no double linked list like this, This is the head and this is the last. Head previous and last next contain nulls and some data is there 20, 20 and 30. What is the first step? Declare struct node start temp. So declare one temporary node temp and check if head is null. If head is null means if head is null, no nodes in our list. So print our list as empty otherwise. If head is not null, so that means some nodes are there in the list. Then temp equal to head. That means assign head address to temp. Now print the data in the list. Repeat the loop until temp not equal to null. Repeat this loop until this temp not equal to null. What we have to do? Print temp data. What is the temp data present? 10. Then next temp equal to temp of next. Temp moves here and checks temp as null. Temp is not null. So prints data and temp equal temp of next. Temp moves here and prints temp data and temp equal to temp of next. What is there in the temp of next? Null. This condition fails. So it stops the execution of this function and displays all values in the list 10, 20, 30. Next. Next function is display from ending. This is also simple. Take one double linked list. Head, last, two links, head previous and last next null and some data. Okay. Similarly, declare a temporary node and check if last is null. If last is null means no nodes in our list. So print that as it is. So list is empty. Otherwise, if last is not null, so then some nodes are there in our list. What we have to do? Assign last to temp. That means temp and last are both are pointing at the same node, that is last. So here we are displaying from the end. So what is this step? Last equal to temp. So no, sorry, not last equal to temp. Temp equal to last. We have to assign last address to the temp. So temp equal to last. That means both are pointing at the same node, that is last node. Now repeat this loop until temp not equal to null. So what we have to do? Print the temp data. So here temp is not null. So it prints temp data 30 and move temp to temp previous. Temp moves here and again checks temp not equal to null. So prints temp data and move temp to temp previous and prints the data 10 and move temp to temp previous contains null and this while loop fails and it stops the execution of while loop. It comes out of the loop. At last function closing is there. So it prints all the elements of the double linked list from the end to front, that is last to head 30, 20, 10. In previous function we printed from first to end 10, 20, 30. It is printed 30, 20, 10. Now next function is insert at the beginning. That is, if we have double linked list like this, this is head, this is null. We need to insert the new node here before head. So for that purpose, what we have to do? So declare one integer variable data and define one new node, struct node, star new node, and check head is null. Head is null means no nodes in our list. So print as list is empty. Head is not null means some nodes are there. So we may insert at the beginning. So for this purpose, allocate memory for the new node by using the dynamic memory allocation concept. New node equal to, by using the dynamic memory allocation concept, allocate memory for the new node. Now read the data that we want to insert the new node. Suppose if we enter the data 5, now what is the next step? New node of data equal to data. That means place this data in the new node. Now what is the next step? What we have to do actually? We have to make link between these two nodes and we have to move our head to here. So for that purpose, new node of next equal to head. So place this head address in the this new node of next, and if this is the head node, it previous part contains null. So place null in the new node previous. Now previously in this head node previous null is there, but now we have to store new node address. So head of previous equal to new node, and we have to move head to here. So head equal to new node and function closing. Okay, this is how to insert at the beginning. Now how to insert at the end? Take one double linked list. This is last, this is head. We need to insert here at the end. For this purpose, declare two variables. One is integer data variable and one is new node. And check this last is null. If last is null means no nodes in our list. So our list is empty. Print that as it is. Otherwise, last is not null means some nodes are there in our list. So allocate memory for the new node by using the dynamic memory allocation concept. This is new node. And read the data we want to insert the new node. Suppose if we enter the 5, what is the next step? New node of data equal to data. So place this data in new node data part, and what we have to do? We have to place null here, and in new node previous part we have to store this last address, and in the last address next part previously it is null, we have to store new node. For this purpose, new node of next equal to null. So place null in the new node of next because it is the last node. In last node next part always null is there. Next, new node previous equal to last. This is the previous address part of the new node and store with the last field. And last of next equal to new node. Previously it is the last node, so null is there. Now one more node inserted after this last node. So in the next field of this last node, place new node address. Now make this new node as last node. Last equal to new node. This is how to insert it here. Now we are going to see how to insert the required position. Previously we have seen how to insert at the beginning and ending. Now we are going to see how to insert at required position. Let us take a double linked list. Head, last, both last, next and previous nulls, and two links because it is a double linked list. Now declare two variables, three variables. Position where we have to read the value where we have to insert the new node, and data to read the data value of the new node, and this is a looping variable now. Okay, and declare two more temporary nodes also, temp and new node, and check if head is null. If head is null means our list is empty, so print that as it is. Otherwise proceed the next step. So first read the position. Suppose if you enter the position as 3, now make temp equal to head. That means both temp and head are pointing at the same nodes. Next, start the looping variable at 1. I equal to 1. Now repeat the loop until I less than position minus 1 and temp not equal to null. So we have to repeat the loop until I less than position minus 1. What is the other condition we have to follow? Our temp should not be null. Okay, that means we have to move this temp until one position previous to our node where we have to insert. That means we have to insert at a position 3. Previously this is the third node. We have to move our temp to here. Okay, for this purpose repeat this loop. What we have to do, we have to move temp equal to temp of next. That means we have to uh, place temp where one node previous to the node where we want to insert. So if I read the position 3, that means I have to move temp until the position 2. Okay, while moving, suppose if our position is 1 means we have to insert it to beginning. If our temp equal to last, that means if while we are moving this temp, if this temp reaches to the last node, both temp and last are at the same node, that means we have to insert at the end. So call the function insert at end. Else if it is not both these two cases, that is we should not insert at begin and we should not insert at end. That means we want to insert it somewhere middle. So declare a new node and allocate memory for the new node by using the dynamic memory allocation concept. So allocate the memory for the new node by using the dynamic memory allocation concept and read the data what we want to insert the where we want to insert. Scanf percentage d ampersand data and place the data into new node data part. New node of data equal to data. Okay, if you read the number 5, so insert a 5 in the new node data part. Next what we have to do, we need to insert this node in between the node temp and the node that is next to the temp. Okay, so for the other purpose we need to dislink these two links and you have to make new links between the temp node and new node and the temp next node. Okay, for this purpose new node of next, what we have to store in this new node of next, temp of next. Okay, new node of next equal to temp of next. Next new node previous, what we have to store in this new node previous, temp node address. Okay, new node of previous equal to temp. Now if temp of next not null, that means it is not end node. What we have to do, temp of next of previous, this is the temp of next, this is temp of next node, and in this previous node we have to store temp of, this is the temp of next of previous, that means this is the temp of next node. In this previous node we have to store the new node address. So temp of next of previous equal to new node. In this node previous address field, temp of next node previous address field, we have to store the new node. Okay, now in the temp next field we have to store a new node address. Okay, this is how to make a new links. This is how to insert a required position. Next, delete at a beginning. Take one double linked list, head last we need to delete this head node and we have to make this node as head node. Okay, for this purpose declare one temporary variable delete and check head for null. If head is null means our list is empty, otherwise some nodes are there in our list. What you have to do, allegate delete to the head node address. That means head and delete both are pointing to the same nodes. Now move head to head next, because we after deleting this node the next node will become head node, so move head to the head of next and check head for not null. If head is null means no nodes are in our list. If head is not null means some nodes are there in our list. Head is not null, so if it is head nodes, previous part should contain null, so place null in the head of previous and free the memory occupied by the this delete node. This is how to delete from the beginning. Next, how to delete from the end. Same procedure. This is the head node and this is the last node. This is null, this is null. So what we have to do, declare a temporary node delete and check this last for null. If this last is null means no nodes in our list is empty. Otherwise else assign delete to this last address node. So both and delete and last are pointing the same nodes. After deleting this node, the next node, the previous node will become the last. So move last to the last of previous, last to the last of previous. If it is the last node, then we have to place null in the next part of the last node and check for last for null. If it is null means no nodes in our list. If it is not null means some nodes are there in our list, and make this last next part as null. Last of next equal to null. And now free the memory occupied by the delete. Okay, this is how to delete from the end. Next, how to delete at required position. Take one double linked list, head, last, head previous null, last next null. Now we have to delete at required position. If I enter the position as 2, I want to delete this node. Okay, declare two variables I and position and declare one temporary node also and read the position. If I enter 2 and assign this temp node with the head node, both an header temp and pointing to the same node, and repeat the loop until I less than position until. That means we have to move the temp node until the position. This is the temp node. Okay, if our given position is 1, then means call the function delete at beginning. Otherwise, if our delete position is while moving this loop, if our temp and last are same, that means our position is last, then call the position, then call the function delete at end. Otherwise, what we have to do, we have to link this temp of previous node and temp of next node, because we are deleting the temp node. So for this purpose, after deleting this node, we have to make link between this node and this node. So this is a temp previous node, temp of previous, this is temp previous. In this next field, we have to store temp next address. So temp of previous, this is temp of previous, and its next field we have to store temp next. Similarly, this is the temp of next node. In this previous field, we have to store temp previous. So temp of next means this node, temp of next, and previous, temp of next of previous, that means this position, and we have to store this node address, that is temp of previous. Okay, and free the memory occupied by the temp. This is how to delete at required position. This is the program for implementing the double linked list with all operations. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and share my videos with your friends.